Good morning to you guys. Good morning. I'm not going to take much of your time because I have a lot of work on board, and as you can see, it's a serious business. I want to talk about the issues of EU citizens living in the United Kingdom. And as such, I want you to listen carefully if you are there to listen. I want to concentrate on my fans that are on my line alone, and for those who have been following me for a very long time. Yesterday, I talked about the issue of EU parents, and I'm going to reiterate again, and I stand corrected. I talk about EU parents want children need papers to stay in UK after Brexit. If both parents are European Union citizens, I am saying it again, and I reiterate. You understand? If both parents are EU citizens, you need to make an application for a settlement status or a pre-settled status if you have not spent numbers of years in the UK. While you are doing that, you need to do the same thing for your children. If you don't do the same for your children, after a while, they might be caught in between. So EU parents want children need papers to stay in UK after Brexit. Yes. Good morning, my dear. So the warning is a very good warning so that parents can put it on their record to note that they have been warned. And you will not later on in life and say, I haven't been told about this and I am not aware of this. Of course you are aware of it, and that's why I'm keeping it to you now. Basically, you need to get your information right. If you have not spent 5 years or more in the UK, you cannot apply for a permanent residence. You will be applying for a pre-settled status. A pre-settled status is what you will need to do. A pre-settled status is what you will need to do. There have been so much that have been said about the rights of the EU citizens living in the United Kingdom. The reverse is the same as those who are living in Germany, other European counterparts. But the most important one that I want you to concentrate on is for today's date, that you need to get yourself being well prepared. Never say never that we cannot leave Europe. I don't enjoy people that say never, can't, because it is always good to have a plan B and prepare for the occurrence of what is likely to happen in future. Prepare for the negative and for positive. Most of the successful people in life are people that always prepare for both sides of the coins. Most people that are successful in life, they are always prepared and be ready for both sides of the coins. You look at the coin, you prepare for this side, it could come down through this side or come down through the other side. So it is very important to always prepare for A and B, rather than just focusing on A and thinking that B will never possible to happen. B can happen in so many situations. I have seen B happening in life. And as a result of that, I want to encourage you at this stage that be prepared and be well informed. Never say that we're not going to leave Europe. We are leaving Europe. Like I said yesterday, if we don't leave Europe, then there will be problems with our democracy in the United Kingdom, and we are not ready to face that problem. Anyone that is in the country where we have riots in London that escalates and gets to Birmingham, gets to outside London, Manchester, then you will know that it was a serious problem. So we're not prepared for another riot from those who are ready for riots all the time. We are not prepared, so we're not a riot country. And as a result of that, the encouragement I want to put through to you is that you should be well prepared, well informed, and get your rights in place. Now, if you're just coming into the UK, since we are still in the country and we have not Brexit, you still have that right. And I want you to make use of that right. Make sure that you put in place. Start college, start uni, start employment. If you those who are to go into employment, just make sure that you start something as an EU citizen in the United Kingdom, have your NI in place, have your address in place, and then make application for your pre-settled status after 3 months of staying in the UK. So if you are just coming in the UK, you cannot make application now straight away because you have not shown us that you have been here for the last 3 months. You know, you have to show that you have been in the UK for the last 3 months working and exercising your treaty rights in the United Kingdom, either by way of work, training, or school. You understand? So you need to get that right and get that in place. This is not a scaremongering thing. This is reality. And it's not only me that's going to be warning all of you. Many lawyers will be warning their clients if they are really a celebrity lawyer in public like me. Lawyers that are in public are giving warning. So because I am in public, that is why I'm giving you warning, so that you won't come on and say, oh, we didn't hear about this on our platform. Our platform is the first in hand that we have all the necessary information that we need about the European laws or immigration laws in the United Kingdom. And that's the reason why I am just encouraging you, parents, be warned. Put in an application for your children that are in school, especially under 18 and 18 and above. Encourage them to make application for a settlement status or a pre-settled status. If you don't do it, we will not know when you get into the country, and you will have a lot of problem on your hands before you can sort this thing out. In terms of the children that I spoke about yesterday, I am going to reiterate again, and I stand corrected. When I don't have something to say, I don't open my mouth. I want to say again that if you parents, both of you are EU citizens, say for example from France, Germany, Italy, or anywhere, and you are not a UK citizen, and you get birth to kids in between, after 2000 in this country, acquisition of British citizenship has changed. So to acquire British citizenship, there are certain things that the parents have to put in place. Now let me remind you, as an EU citizen, if you have not stayed here 5 years completely before the birth of those children, there is no way you can automatically register them, or you have not acquired a permanent residence. There isn't any way you can register them as an EU, as a UK citizen. So you need to understand acquisition. When you want to acquire it, you need to know what to do and how to go about it. And if you have not taken legal advice at this preliminary stage, I am advising you that you need to take advice. You need to take advice. You see, the situation about Ireland, like I said yesterday, is a situation that no one can touch at the moment. It's a very delicate area. So no lawyer will come out and tell you that this is the situation about Ireland. The issue about Ireland is everything that you have been hearing from the Prime Minister himself, backstop, So he will come out and explain it clearly, because the relationship between Ireland and the United Kingdom is long dated back. So it's not a relationship of yesterday that anyone can just walk into because they are Prime Minister and they want to tamper with it. It's not going to be that easy. So we need to be careful about the issue of Ireland, and that's where the government is going to have their say and debate it in Parliament. They have to debate it as to what will happen to Irish, because some of the part of the Irish are British. Belfast, for example, I think Belfast is controlled by the United Kingdom, and the other side of it is Dublin. So you can look at it, both they are there. So it's very difficult to demarcate at the moment. There hasn't been war there, and that is why they are having the same problem in the United States. To break the war between the Mexican and the United States, it's a bit of headache. When you have a relationship like that, you just have to find a way, and it's a lot of money. When we are talking of war, it's not just a fence that we are having in our house. It's a proper prison wall so that no one can climb it to come through. So it's not going to be that easy when it comes to building war against between Britain, United Kingdom, and Ireland. So that is an area that I wouldn't want to panic on, and I wouldn't want you to panic as well. Just continue to listen to this platform or listen to news, and if anything is going to come around, you will know it from us or from the news first. So Ireland, Irish, Belfast, Dublin, I am not worried about them. I am worried about those who are coming from France, from Germany, from Greece, from Italy, from Spain, from Slovenia, all those areas from that side, because Ireland is this side to me. This is the side of others coming from this side in Europe, in Western Europe. They have to take a lot of things into account. Like I said yesterday, the children that are not with proper documentation. Let me explain to you very well that if care is not taken and documentation is not put in place properly, as soon as they reach the age of 18, they might be having they might be facing an hostile environment checks. They might be facing hostile environment checks, possibly from the Home Office, by the Home Office, which could in many ways result to them losing their bank account being closed, the driving license being cancelled, and offers being withdrawn, job offers being withdrawn. So you need to have that in place. I am not trying to get you scared. I'm not trying to send anything to make you scared, but I'm doing my job as a lawyer in the country. I am doing my job, and that's what is expected of me. When I have a big platform like this, over 30,000 followers, I think I should be able to cover a lot of people, and I think I should be able to give the right information at the right time. This is a very precious time when it comes to the issue of Brexit, because next month we are going into September, and before you open your eyes, we will definitely be in October, and that will be it. So I want to encourage you, put things in place, have proper measure, and get yourself prepared. Now let me see if there are rights for you as an EU citizen in the United Kingdom. Let's look at your right, the EU right and Brexit. The EU right and Brexit. You see, the document that you are going to put in place is the document that will let us know whether you have rights in the United Kingdom. Now, if you don't make an application and apply for whether pre-settled or settlement status, to determine your right in the country will be very difficult. To claim your right will be very, very difficult. So you need to be thinking. And if you're just arriving into country, you have to spend 3 months first. Work, exercise your treaty right. Then after 3 months, then you will start making your application. You understand? Because you can be in the country for free for 3 months from Europe without work, just come and enjoy yourself and go back. But after which, if you are going to remain, then you have to start putting everything in place. Once you have a settled status or a British passport, like a British citizen, you will be having the same rights that I have. You will be having the same right on benefits. But when it comes to repatriation, then there will be demarcation when you have stepped on the toes of the authority of the United Kingdom, or you are threatening the security of the United Kingdom. There will be a clear difference between you that came into the country and us that are born in the country. So you need to get that right. So when we are talking of right, there has to be demarcation in terms of threatening the state's security. You understand? So you look at that from that angle. Those who will be covered by the withdrawal agreement, they have to be lawfully residing in the host state. Host state is United Kingdom that is hosting you. You are in a host state because you are from Germany, you are from Spain, you are from France, you are from Greek, you are from Italy, so on and so forth like that, from the European counterpart. You are our guest. We are the host. And for us to take care of you and to make sure that you are covered inside the withdrawal agreement, you need to be lawfully staying in the United Kingdom. When we are talking of lawfully staying in the UK, apart from you working and have your N9, open bank account and have other things in place, you also have to register your interest. You understand? The government has opened that scheme. If you don't register your interest, to be covered by the withdrawal agreement is going to be difficult, and there is no one you are going to blame, because government is not going to listen to you after we have withdrawn and we have come out. You are going to be on your own. So you need to know exactly how to do things correctly. I am not going to take any calls at all because I have a lot of things to do. My time in terms of doing this is very short, so I'm not prepared to take calls. I just want to reiterate and let you know that my words are just like bond, and I stand corrected, and I don't think at this stage I will be stammerak on my words, especially when it comes to law. Am I a stammerak when it comes to sciences, medicine? Because I'm not a medical doctor, I'm not a nurse, but as a lawyer and as an immigration lawyer, an expert for that matter, believe me, I can never be stammerak. So for you to be staying in the country lawfully, then you need to prepare yourself, put in an application. in accordance with the EU law on free movement of EU citizens, because the conditions of residence are the same as those under current EU law. Decisions for obtaining status under the withdrawal agreement will be made with the objective established therein. So no discretion on that time, no discretion at all. So the decision will be made in accordance with the agreement inside the withdrawal agreement. In accordance inside the withdrawal agreement, in accordance, So when it comes to making a decision whether you have right to remain in the UK after our Brexit, you understand there are certain things that you need to be well informed and follow perfectly. If you're not well informed and do the application, how much can you get again? That's what everybody is saying. The campaign is everywhere. The scheme is opened. Make application. If you're not competent enough to do it, instruct lawyer to assist you. Get your lawyer to help you to put in the application in place if you can't do it yourself. In fact, I was surprised. We did one for a couple in our office last 2-3 weeks ago, and it was granted immediately. In fact, there was another couple that we did one for. She went to Nigeria for one very good reason, as a family member for about a year. And to my surprise, when we put in the scheme, they granted her permanent residence straight away. They gave her the permanent scheme, instead of giving her pre-settled, because the 5 years wasn't there, but it was well explained. I put it there and I said, listen, this is the situation, So at the end of the day, they granted her the permanent scheme. They gave her the permanent residence straight away, which means that she doesn't have to go through any headache, whatever happens. Brexit or no Brexit, she's fine. Brexit or no Brexit, she's fine, she's fantastic. So that is the situation. That is the reason for this campaign. If you arrive in the UK 2 years ago and you work anywhere you work and you live in the UK, yes, the agreement will provide your options for you. So the agreement provides that you will be able to stay in the UK if you continue to work. But if you stop working, then you will need sufficient financial resources and sickness insurance to cover yourself. Yeah, if you only came to UK 2 years ago and work in a local hospital, for example, the question is, can I stay after the UK leaves EU? If you came 2 years ago and you are working in local hospital, can you stay after we Brexit? Of course you can stay, but the agreement will provide for you what you can do. So the agreement is saying that you have to continue to work in the UK. The agreement is going to say you have to continue to work in the UK. Don't forget. Yes, don't forget the reason for Brexit in the first instance. The reason for Brexit in the first instance, it was because a lot of people are not happy with the way people are receiving benefits the moment they enter United Kingdom without work. So they are crying on migration that is overwhelming the benefit, the welfare system in the United Kingdom. People are crying that they did not have access to it. That the indigenous are crying, the UK citizens, the British citizens are crying. That how come the owner of the fruit, living under that fruit, under that tree, they are unable to have access to it. And someone who is coming from far is benefiting from that tree, from that fruit. And hence the reason why, they came out and said, listen, referendum is what will solve this problem. We are prepared to gamble. The gamble in the end benefit those who wanted to Brexit, but it did not benefit those who want to remain. But nevertheless, democracy must be respected. And that's the whole idea. So the question this person just asked is, I arrived in the UK 2 years ago and I'm working in a local hospital. Do you think I can stay in the UK after we Brexit? Can I stay after the UK leaves EU? The answer is yes, providing you continue to work, to stay in the UK and work. Providing you continue to stay in the United Kingdom and work. If you don't continue employment in the UK, that is going to be the end of that journey. That is going to be the end of that journey. Who is going to be covered by the withdrawal agreement? I don't want to bore you with the articles 6 and 7, 16 and 18, right of permanent residence. You have to be living in the UK 5 years to have the permanent residence. And if you have not spent up to 5 years, then you will be having a pre-settled status. So as long as you are working and you put yourself together and abide by the rules and regulations that we have in the United Kingdom, you will be able to continue to benefit under the withdrawal agreement. The withdrawal agreement does not require your physical presence in the host state on the date of the UK's withdrawal. You don't have to be physically present here if you have been living here. You can be overseas for 2 months, for 3 months. When we withdraw, you will still be able to re-enter United Kingdom. You don't have any problem. The withdrawal agreement does not require physical presence in the host state. Host state is us in the United Kingdom on the date we are going to come out. Temporary absences. Don't forget, temporary absences that do not affect the right of residence are acceptable. So it shouldn't be a problem. Temporary absences are accepted. So if you are, say for example, you are a Spanish citizen and you are a Nigerian origin, French citizen, Italian citizen, Nigeria, Ghanaian origin, it doesn't matter which origin you come from, and you are on holiday for 2 months on project, but you are already residents of the United Kingdom, you are safe. The month or 2 will not affect your right as long as you return back to continue your employment. And if you are financially self-sufficient, resources, you need to put it in place and have sickness insurance. A lot of people are saying that they are self-sufficient, but they are collecting benefits one way or another. There isn't any way you can be self-sufficient when you rely on government money. So let's get that right. The only way you can be self-sufficient is when you have your own money from your savings account and you are spending that money with insurance that covers you. Say for example, you bring that money from Spain. You may have some money, you may sell the property in Spain and come to UK with about 60, 80,000 pounds, 100,000 pounds. Of course, you are self-sufficient because there is evidence that you sold a property that you have in Spain, but you will not be able to come and rely on the property here, on the welfare benefit house here. So you should be taking another property or you should be renting. So we need to get this right. A lot of people do not understand how it works. And the reason why I'm out here is to let you benefit from this platform. Make sure you prepare yourself very well. If you are going to be thinking that we are not going to come out, I think it will be a joke. We're definitely coming out. We're definitely coming out. Parents with EU citizens, national, both parents, get your children prepared. Prepare yourself and have everything in place. If you are self-sufficient in terms of financial resources, then you should be thinking of having insurance to back it up, sickness insurance, in case if you are sick, because we will be checking some of the documentation when it comes to uses of National Health Service resources in the UK, NHS. We will be checking. But if you are working and you are contributing as an EU citizen, that's a different definition entirely from self-sufficient. Self-sufficient is different. If you have sufficient financial resources, that's a different matter. But don't forget, your right to stay in the UK is covered if you have been staying here continuously for up to 5 years. On those who work or have self-sufficient resources financially. So if you have been in the UK 5 years continuously, your next hurdle to climb, if I were in your shoes, I will be making application for my staying to be known to the government of this country. Because a lot of people, your staying in this country is not known. So you need to start getting every necessary documentation together. You understand? Put necessary documentation together and make a fast application before we Brexit. Some people were calling me that they have made application for the past 2 months, they've not heard. I'm sorry, there's nothing I can say about that. But most applications that I've done in my office, within a week, it come out straight away. Within a week, all the pre-settled status, all the permanent resident status for EU, all of them, some of them within a week, some of them within 5 days, some of them within 2 weeks, I've got all my results. I don't think I have any settled scheme outstanding anymore in my office. As soon as they come in, I make registration straight away. In fact, some of them I had the result immediately. He bounced back and said accepted. He bounced back to me and said accepted. So I don't know what you have been doing, but that's the difference between me, qualified person, and you, a layman. So when a layman is doing what a qualified person is supposed to do, you have to wait and exercise patience, because you might have get something wrong. You might have filled the form. You may have filled it wrongly. So you got to wait. It is true you are well read, you are learned, you have a degree. So be it. Good luck. Wait until you get the result back. Because if they refuse you, you're stuck. That's your own problem. And if you have submitted already and they refuse you and you come to me, I will charge you twice. So watch out. I have resided in the UK since 2005 and acquired a permanent residence document there. Will something change for me post-Brexit? Will something change for me after Brexit? You will have to apply for a new permanent status under UK law called settled status. So if you have been living in the UK and you have permanent residence, you will need to apply for a new permanent status under UK law, and it's called settled status. If you have been living in the United Kingdom since 2005, get that now, because a lot of you are saying, I have blue card. I have blue card. I know I will shame me. If you have been living in the United Kingdom since 2005 and you have acquired a permanent residence document, the question is, will something change for me after Brexit? Yes, unless you have applied for a new permanent status under UK law. Under UK law is called settled status. As you have already obtained a permanent residence document in the UK under existing EU free movement law, the administrative procedure will be very light because you have permanent residence already. The administrative procedure will be very light. But nevertheless, if you have already obtained a permanent residence under EU free movement law, that was under EU free movement, the next thing is to make another application under UK law, under new UK law. So if you don't do that, a lot of people will be out of status. Watch out. Watch out. A lot of people will be out of status because you may be thinking that I've got permanent residence, I'm not affected. Did you just see what I've just read from the OSIS board? Did you just hear what I've read? A lot of people is going to be, I'm not going to answer anybody's question. If after when I finish online, if you have any problem, you need to contact my office for consultation. All those people that are sending me inboxes, I am not going to respond to you because I cannot repeat myself twice. So if you have a personal issue or individual matter that you want me to have a look at, I am more than happy to see you on consultation in my office. If you don't come on consultation, all those questions inside the inbox, I'm going to delete them. Anyway, I'm not dealing with them. I will give it to secretary to delete them, all of them. She will be dealing with that to handle that. I'm not going to handle any questions inside the inbox. So I'm sorry to disappoint you. I'm not here to make a mock. I'm here for a business. So I'm just helping you here. So after this, I'm not answering questions outside this. So I've answered the questions on the 2005 permanent residence. You should be making another application under UK law for a settled status. You should be making another application for a settled status. Yes. Exactly. I arrived in the UK 2 years ago, but I did not find a job. I am currently out of money. Excuse me. Will I be able to stay on post-Brexit? Post mean after Brexit. The question is, this person came to UK in 2 years. Arrived in the UK 2 years ago. I beg your pardon. 2 years ago. You know, when you talk too much, then you start mixing words together. You know, this person arrived in the UK 2 years ago. And he did not have a job. You see, the problem I'm having with people is that I cannot see why you will have a status and you will say that you can't get a job in the United Kingdom. It's so impossible. I'm not joking. It's so impossible unless you are too choosy, you know. And when you are coming from that area, you've not got the privilege that we have here. There is no national health service. Black people are not getting jobs in Europe. They are suffering. When you get to UK and you have a paper to work, right to work, there is so many jobs that you can take in the NHS industry, security, the guard, the this, the that, the care assistant, the this, the that. There's so much work. There's so much work that you can do in the United Kingdom, unless you are just saying that you want the post of a prime minister. And if you are looking for the post of a prime minister, then you have to be out of job for so many years, because you have to go and start from somewhere, do your campaign. So that's that on that side. If you are not looking for the post of a prime minister in the UK, I think you should be able to get a job quickly. So this person said that I arrived in the UK 2 years ago but did not find a job. I am currently out of money. Will I be able to stay after Brexit? The judge report to those people is that you have to be a worker or self-employed. According to the report, you know, to protect your EU citizens' right residing in a state like this, you need to be a worker or self-employed person, have sufficient resources and sickness insurance, and family members of some of other you will meet those conditions. If you don't meet those conditions, you will not be able to remain in the UK after Brexit. So don't get it mixed up. You say that you are a worker, self-employed, or have sufficient resources and sickness insurance to cover yourself. So, yes. So if you're telling me that you came to UK 2 years ago, you have run out of money, I think it's laziness. I think it's laziness. You need to be in employment. If you're not in employment, you need to return back home. If you're not in employment, you have to return back home. That's the situation. So let's get it right. If you're self-sufficient, which means that you have enough income in your pockets, you know, enough money in your bank account, enough money in your kitty, don't go gaga with it. You need to have insurance to cover yourself at the same time on sickness. So you must have sickness insurance in place. So all those who are making application under their children that are European citizens and they don't have any resources, your children must be self-sufficient. Your child must be self-sufficient with sickness insurance covering you and that child. If there is no self-sufficiency, the child is collecting child benefit. And if child is on child benefit, on tax credit, on this benefit, you're not going to be self-sufficient because you are taking the state money. So your application as a mother or as a father will not be successful. So you look at it from that angle. Having said that, go into employment, use your N9, open bank accounts, and enjoy yourself while last. United Kingdom is a place that you can have opportunity if you know how to make use of things. And as such, I want to use everyone on this platform to encourage you. Apply for your N9 if you are coming from Europe. Go into employment straight away and apply for pre-settled status after you have commenced your employment as a worker in the United Kingdom. If you are going to be self-employed, you have to register as a self-employed. Register your company and pay the necessary taxes. If you don't pay the necessary taxes for government to be able to take money from your account for tax payment purposes, then you are not working. Then you are not part of us here. Then you will not be able to enjoy the withdrawal agreement. You will not be able to benefit from the withdrawal agreement. So let's get those things right, because a lot of people, they don't understand the do's and don'ts. You know, to benefit from the withdrawal agreement, you have to follow the procedure. You understand? Good morning there. You know, you have to follow the procedure. If you don't go through that procedure, you are not going to be able to benefit from the withdrawal agreement. And that is as simple as that. So for the person that said that he came into UK 2005 and he has got his permanent residence, the permanent residence that you have is under the EU free movement law. The permanent residence that you have is under the free movement law. So get this right. You need to apply for another one under UK law. That is the settled status. You know, so you have to apply for another one. Yeah, good morning. Good morning, dear. Good morning. You know, so you need to apply for another one. If you don't apply for another one, you will not be able to cover by the withdrawal agreement. You won't be able to cover under the withdrawal agreement. I don't understand your scenario, but ladies and gentlemen, if any of you is stuck, then you should be taking advice from my office. My office number is 0208 309 8808. If you are stuck, just come for consultation alone to guide you. If you know you are clever enough to do it yourself, just come for consultation to guide you on your European applications for your settled status in the UK. So your permanent residence that you have had long time ago will not cover your right to be in the UK. I'm afraid so. So the government have its own reason why it's saying it, that you need to apply for a settled status under UK law. If you haven't done that, then if you need assistance, we are on 0208 309 8808. Let me see if I can quickly put the number out there for you. We're on 0208 309 8808, and I think that's what you need most to, you know, to benefit from this thing. Yeah, somebody has already put it out there. Thank you to that person. 0208 309 8808. You know, so you will definitely need, yes, you are going to need 309, yes, 0208 309 8808. You will definitely need that number. Book appointment, come for consultation, let's listen to your scenario, and then take it on from there. That is the only way you can be rest assured that you are doing the right thing. If you don't take advice and you get it wrong, you'll be shocked that you'll be out of things. Your friends may be deceiving you, telling you that, oh, you can do it yourself. Even the new online applications, it's not everybody that is clever and intelligent to understand the difficult English used there to fill in the form. So that is why you need an expert. Even the family law, you know, when you are filling the Article 8 family right application to stay in the UK under your parents, under your child, under your husband, under your partner, if you're not really up there, you cannot do the application by yourself. And if you fill in the application yourself, what are you saying to the government? Under which law are you relying on? You are not a lawyer. So there's always that thin line that makes lawyer be an expert, especially when it comes to field of this type. So I want to appreciate all of you, but I've got to go now. You know, I've got to go now. You know, I've got to go. That is the number for you to make use of. Good morning and have a wonderful day. Bless all of you. EU Brexit, we are going to go out. It's not a joke, you know. Yes, friends are so good in deceiving, exactly. So take care, guys. Take care. My name has not changed. Lawyer Tokunbo Olagbaye. I want to appreciate all of you. I want to say thank you for listening to me on this my beautiful page, LTO page, TV Lawyer Tokunbo. Thank you so much. Bless all of you. It is a beautiful morning here in London, and as a Londoner, we always dress to make the day happy. Don't forget, always have a positive thinking in life so that you can go far. A word for the day. Always have a positive thinking, and always make sure you do things different from others, because that makes you unique. That makes you be who you are. Who am I? I am Tokunbo Olagbaye. The reason why I am different is because I do things different from others. I don't watch people's time to work. I don't listen to people to do things. I don't copy people. I do things differently. Even if it's going to make noise, negative or positive, I have to stand out in the crowd. That is why I am where I am today. I have a long way to go. This is just the starting point. My brothers and sisters out there, the word for today, have a positive thinking. Change your views about people. Change your views about life. Give people chance. Give people benefit of the doubt. Don't condemn everyone that you see on your way. God bless you. Have a nice day. Bye for now.